welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champion, the North Carolina Tar Heels. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Tar Heels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He's chased out of bounds at the 11-yard line, and now they're backed up after that poor return. So Georgia's offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Need. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Third down defense is so pivotal in a football game. In this third down, nice job. Good coverage in the back end, but the rush gets home, forcing the 4th down. Nice start for this defense.
Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He gets a block. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So North Carolina's offense will have its first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turn on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living,
Unloads it downfield. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing complete.
On third down, he drops to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give on the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stevens. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Grab near the marker. It's Cotton. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the Tar Heels are in the red zone. Shotgun snap on third down. Caught, close to the marker, it's Cotton. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Man, really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Quick release by the QB. Out across the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
The Dogs can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Trying to set up the screen. Breaks into the open. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Pope. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, the offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Here's the handoff. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that will be plenty for the first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the big dog got him again, and Georgia can be judicious when they blitz because they get pressure from the guys up front.
So nice having a defensive line that hunts. And year after year, Georgia finds these guys, but with the double guys, the guys that can double sacks in a game, double-digit sacks in a season, these guys make your defense really special.
The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cotton. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. A strike downfield. On the move at the 30. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 4 over Hawaii. Any change in momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. receivers trying to create some confusion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. The quick out. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Stockton. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. He'll heave it deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking to throw again. Bringing the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The kick is on its way. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Just a short pass to the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Oftentimes when offenses get a 1st down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Stevens. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Hand off from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. The Tar Heels want to move quickly. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tar Heels are marching down the field. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Looking to fire. Finds us back in the middle.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
The Tar Heels are facing 3rd and inches. Looking to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Touchdown, Tar Heels! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, this This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Hawaii. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught in the backfield. It's Need.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Stockton. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Going to sling it on second down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Hold.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking downfield to throw. Working that left side now. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. There he goes. Past the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll keep it on the ground. Nice move there. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Kenan Memorial.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bow it up, stuffing the run.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Stevens. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Pace, 27, jump.
Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Cotton. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Finds his big tight end. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The Tar Heels are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Cotton.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back.
Turning it on. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Grove. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass on second down. They're working that left side. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Set, ready.
Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Hard running there. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. North Carolina. Back in the Tar Heels, so pleased to send the offense back out. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. Starting to develop that. His third interception on... just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Off play action on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Need. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for room, it's Need. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. He'll take it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Grove. Pass to 45. Oh, there's an alley to the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The run from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Off play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the back. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Shakes off the defender. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. The play action fake. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They go to the ground. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's rolled. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Parks it out of the air. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Handoff to the single running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going for it all. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Rides the back on the option to give. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Sweet cut there. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he
can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Georgia sends out the punt team.
On to punt it away.
And the return man will have no chance as the ball. Out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Timeout, North Carolina.
The Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying. And it'll bring up fourth down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on third and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Takes a shot as he lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. One more play to pad the stats. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Way to come up with the interception. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.